We will say anything to kids. We don't even care if it sounds believable in the least. The tooth fairy. The whole concept of the tooth fairy is cuckoo bananas. It sounds like an acid trip. You know, when I found the tooth fairy was a nightmare situation for me. I found out about the tooth fairy the day I lost my first tooth. Not a year, not a month. They forgot to tell me. I found out the day I lost it. I'm 6. I have to process this information by nightfall. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I was like, Dad, let's just get this out of the way. A woman is going to access the home this evening. Despite the locks. To take a piece of my mouth? And you're signing off? Middle of the night, some no-name hussy is gonna saunter in here while I'm eyeballs deep in a REM cycle? No name, by the way. No name. That's not a red flag. She only goes by her job title? If I had someone walk up to me like, hey, I'm Stan, this is my wife, regional manager. I'd be suspect of Stan and Reach right away. I said, Dad, why don't we put it in the mailbox? Clean transaction, everybody wins. He said, she only flies here if it's under the pillow. I said, she has wings? I need to call Jason. Jason was my best friend at the time. I wanted to call him to warn him. What would I even say? Jason, listen, there's not a lot of time. A no-name floozy is coming for your teeth tonight, and the deadbolt don't mean shit. I said, Dad, we don't know this woman. What if she's having a bad day? She comes in here and she starts taking other body parts. Like, what if she got up on the wrong side of her cocoon and she comes in and she's just like, she takes my kneecaps. Now I have no caps. Dad, now I have no caps. Are they baby caps? Will I get these caps back, Dad? How much will I get for these caps, Dad? I had extensive questions about the caps. He said, she'll give you $1. I said, $1? Why didn't you lead with that? I was 6. It was 1982. $1? I felt like Mark Cuban. I was like, I'm gonna buy a Little League team with this money. I would have walked into the playground like, oh, yo motherfuckers is getting gum today. I said, you know, let's try to go to sleep. All right, $1. So that was the motivation. So I went to sleep, fell asleep eventually, and I woke up sometime in the middle of the night. And when I woke up, I was frozen, okay? And I started to inch my hand up my body slowly as to not make a big fuss because I don't know what this woman is capable of. And I reached around my neck and I felt paper and I pulled it out and it was $1. And you would think, from what I told you, that I was happy. I felt extremely violated. I immediately went, help! She's in the house! I heard my dad's footsteps like, you ready? He's like, what's the matter? I go, she's in the house! She may still be in this house! I said, get my tooth back! He couldn't calm me down. Hysterics. He had to take me out of my bed at 2 in the morning. He walked me down the hall to the kitchen, and he showed me. Right on the kitchen counter was an envelope. He opened it, and my tooth was in it. I believed in the tooth fairy for 4 hours. He still couldn't calm me down. And I'm like, no, I'm just crying, I'm flailing. He's like, look at me, stop. He's like, Sal, I just showed you the tooth. You're okay. I did that. I'm the tooth fairy. That's your tooth. You don't have to worry. You got to understand something, though. I was 6 years old. It was 2 a.m. And I was dealing with a lot of trauma. And I received that information not as there is no such thing as the tooth fairy. I thought that he was telling me that my father was the fairy. I went, what do I call you now? That's how confused I was. I forgot about the fairy for a second. And my main concern was, well, how shall I address this man going forward?